Thief, liar, vile are some of the many names given to YouTuber BlastphamousHD, being known for frequently stealing content, getting into fights, cheating on his girlfriend, and having his channel banned permanently off the YouTube platform. It's more than clear that BlastphamousHD has destroyed the name that he's made for himself, disappointing the fans that he did have, now uploading on an alt channel, getting a fraction of the views that he used to get, and overall being hated by the internet. This is the downfall of BlastphamousHD. Maurice Barnett, better known as BlastphamousHD, was born on October 16, 1987 in Compton, California. His mother would move him and his siblings to Cleveland, Ohio, where Maurice would grow up in very bad environments, which would ultimately fuel the first wave of his content that we would get from him. In his earlier days, he uploaded story times of his experiences growing up in the projects and later adventures in Las Vegas, a city he would move to. These story times were actually pretty entertaining, and as a former fan of Maurice myself, I used to binge these for hours growing up. Over time, Maurice transitioned into reaction style videos, focusing primarily on his main channel while also starting a few others. However, his reactionary content was his main focus. Maurice was an instant hit with his reaction videos, watching a variety of content. He would react to weird comedic videos and horror videos as his main content. His hilarious reactions would generate a connection with the viewer in him.
Run, bitch! No! Oh!
However, as the dollar signs rolled in, Maurice's content would start to get very lackluster. He would tone down on the funny personality that we knew to give barely any reaction at all. He would get the most popular content on the website, record himself staring at his screen, and then upload it to capitalize off others' content. This would become noticeable by people on the platform, and Maurice would start to be called out for it.
Pyrocynical was the type of nigga who would sell his car for gas money, because only that level of stupidity would warrant him running around the internet talking shit to people and then getting mad when they block his bitch ass.
Now, for the majority of you that can't understand a single fucking word he's saying, allow me to translate. This individual has shit-talked me, that's why I blocked him.
A particular instance being from an upcoming exposed YouTuber, Minnesota Boy. Now, this wouldn't be the beginning of their beef, as their conflict actually dates back several months prior. It all began when Minnesota Boy entered a contest that promised a significant amount of money as a reward. Unfortunately, the events surrounding the contest did not play out in Minnesota Boy's favor, which left him feeling frustrated and betrayed.
About a year into me doing YouTube, I had about 25k, maybe 30k subs, and this other YouTuber named Dark Maul had started this contest that I was a judge in. I forgot what the name of the contest was, but the fans will vote on whose video was the best, and whoever would win that contest would get $300 cash. Well, Minnesota Boy was in that contest, right? So at the time, Minnesota Boy was always making these videos about how he was broke, he needed money to pay his rent.
In a fit of anger, he lashed out at Maurice, making a series of inflammatory claims against him. The situation escalated to an extent that Minnesota Boy even made the shocking statement wishing for Maurice's mother to pass away from cancer.
What did he say? He said in that street, like, that made me want to whip his ass.
I don't remember the whole thing, but he said something about like trying to kill you and your mom and your family or something like.
An incredibly hurtful and extreme sentiment that underscored the depth of his anger. In the wake of this turmoil, Minnesota Boy found himself grappling with feelings of resentment and grief. Instead of channeling those emotions positively, he chose to take to social media, joining the chorus of voices within the YouTube community to publicly call out Maurice. He accused him of stealing content, claiming that Maurice had compromised his integrity as a creator, which would be true. This accusation added fuel to the fire and sparked a heated back and forth that captivated their audiences. The exchanges became increasingly aggressive, with both parties trading barbs and insults, creating a toxic environment. As the tension between the two continued to build, they would run into each other at VidCon 2016, and the encounter would be less than pretty.
This is the guy that stole content on YouTube, and he's not funny as shit.
Yo, that's crazy! Yeah, I remember that shit. Yo,
push me out my
don't push my way, yo.
Push my shit.
Watch out, hey.
You ain't gonna beat shit. I will fuck this shit out of you, man. I will fuck this
Despite all of this, Maurice continued to upload content to his YouTube channels. He had a few friends who frequently appeared in his videos, whether in reactions or vlogs. However, Maurice managed to destroy all of these relationships in a short amount of time. His friends Dr. J and the Women and Chavezz later explained why they chose to end their friendships with Maurice, citing his attitude, entitlement, and overall awful character as their main reasons.
You make up all these fucking lies for who knows what. Nobody cares. People are completely content with, we had a falling out, because it's what happened. They want the details. They don't need the details. It's hurtful details. You cheated on your ex, and you took it out on your friends, and you lied to one of your best friends. You said, oh, he wasn't my best friend, blah, blah, blah. I didn't trust him that much. Dude, we saw each other for like 13 hours, 7 days a week for 8 months. All the other fake ass friends you bring around you, be careful. Because I never stole from you, I never tried to fight you, and keeping it real sometimes hurts people's feelings. And that's what the fuck I do, and you've had that from the beginning. And I don't need to be rich, and I don't need to be powerful, I just need to be me. And I've never regretted being me, and that's all I ever will be.
Additionally, Dr. Girlfriend, who was Maurice's partner throughout much of his YouTube career, left him after he cheated on her with an Instagram model.
What is the reason that you and BHD broke up? Well, he cheated on me with multiple different women, so how long were you together again? Almost 5 years? And how many of those years was he cheating on you? About 3 of those.
This betrayal only worsened how his friends viewed him, making them even less inclined to associate with him. At this point, Maurice's success and image became his highest priorities, overshadowing even his close family and friends.
I just can't surround myself with people who not only, you know what I mean, like I can understand if a nigga don't want shit for himself, but if a nigga don't want shit for me, like that's when I gotta get the fuck out, you know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga wanna be fat and lazy and don't release no videos his whole life, that's on him. Like, I like releasing videos. I like success. I'm not gonna sit down and not release videos and not work out just cause that nigga wants to be fat and live on someone's couch his whole life. You bitter, bro. Talk it out with him. Yo, Elijah the Great, suck a that nigga can go kill himself and I would not care. Randy could kill himself, I would not care.
However, in a turn of events that horrified him, his main channel was ultimately terminated for copyright infringement and hate speech. The people at YouTube were also not pleased with Maurice, making this the end of his prime. Following this setback, Maurice took a hiatus from YouTube for a while. Eventually, he returned with an alternate channel, BlastphamousHD TV2, where he began uploading Family Guy and cartoon reactions to avoid copyright issues. However, his viewership never recovered, and he was left with only a mere fraction of his previous audience. Many former fans and viewers expressed disappointment over the noticeable decline in the quality of his reaction videos. Following the termination of his main channel, once celebrated for his genuine and relatable reactions, Maurice gained a reputation for forced laughs, exaggerated overreactions, and often obnoxious behavior. This shift left many longtime followers yearning for the authentic content they once enjoyed, creating a stark contrast to the earlier videos that showcased his unique style and perspective. As a result, fans concluded that Maurice's estrangement impacted his ability to create engaging content, as the camaraderie and chemistry that once characterized his videos were lost. This situation left many viewers questioning whether he could recapture the magic of his earlier work, or if his current trajectory was the new norm. Overall, the sentiment among fans reflects a deep concern for the future of his content and a longing for the authenticity that initially drew them to his channel. If Maurice cannot recognize how his previous actions and approach to YouTube were detrimental, he will be forever fading, slowly falling into the abyss and becoming merely a memory. BlastphamousHD has become a true shadow of the man that he once was.
Dude, nobody was worried about you, bro. We knew you when you were broke. We were friends with you when you had no money. Just throw all this shit down the drain. And dude, it's like, it's not a coincidence when all of your friends tell you you became a dick after you became rich. It's not a fucking coincidence. That's it. That's all I've ever done.
This story in particular was actually a very unfortunate one that I had to make an edit. I do wish the best for BlastphamousHD, even though he has a lot that he needs to rectify. He's got a lot that he needs to think about. I hope that he can come back in the future. I mean, but it's not looking too good. But guys, yeah, I appreciate you watching this video. It's been your boy Clancy. Holla at your boy. I'm out.